Hey everyone, welcome to a vlog. I'm in a weird place right now. I'm like, well, physically we're about to do my makeup, so let's start that before I really start talking. I am reading right now. Oh, oops, I didn't mean to do this first. But I am reading Vladimir by, I don't know who it's by, Julia May Jonas. Listen, I knew when I first ever talked about it that I felt like I was getting the description of the book wrong. Because I think I was like, it's a romance, a student-teacher romance. And when I started the book, that was definitely not the case. It is and it isn't about that. It's mostly the point of view of the wife of a man who she and him had an arrangement for like their entire marriage to be like an open marriage, and she didn't want to hear the details about it, but like she kind of knew what was going on. And they're both professors at like an English department in a college, and before there were rules on like student-teacher relationships, he was having liaisons, shall we say, with students that like pursued him. And this is taking place like in the now, where it's been like 20 years since he's really done that in general with students, but they're coming out being like, hey, this is wrong. They're like suing, doing the damn thing. And she, for the most part, is like really fixated on her image. And by her image, I mean she's like a 58-year-old woman and she can't stop talking about it. That sounds kind of rude, but like she just is obsessed with the idea of trying to stay young and how she looks old and how she's not attractive. And I don't know, it's just really around her viewpoint of aging. It feels like supposed to kind of be woke, and then you also have the juxtaposition of her being very anti-feminist in certain capacities and very feminist in others, and her like understanding where these students are coming from, but then also just being like, well, you don't understand, it was the times, and kind of not seeing the abuse of power for what it could have been. And who knows if that's out of like, if it actually wasn't an abuse of power, maybe these women really did all go for him. Like her viewpoint is that when she was young, she was also really attracted to power. And by power, I mean like she was also really attracted to her professors. So she's like, well, women need to have their own agency, and if you have like a consensual relationship, you shouldn't regret it afterward because of what society tells you. But then at the same time, it's like, okay, but yes, that's your viewpoint, you know? I don't know. Either way, that's like the main gist of the beginning of the story, but it's mostly about how she becomes obsessed with this younger professor that starts teaching in the school, and she just like, she fancies him. He has a wife, he has a child, and his wife is maybe not the most mentally stable. But also the confusing part is that our main character like has met his wife and adores her. Like she idolizes her in a way that like she wished she could have been when she was Cynthia's age. Cynthia's the wife. But anyways, that's besides the point. The main point is that I've been hating it. I didn't like the beginning when she just kind of refuses to see the other point of view, that like the possibility that this student-teacher relationship stuff that was going on wasn't an abuse of power. She's just so aware of like the state of the world in certain aspects and just like refuses to see it in others. I don't like her obsession with Vladimir. I think it's really uncomfortable. There was a scene that happened halfway through the book that I was like really close to DNFing the book for. Like I just didn't know where it was gonna go, but I was like, okay, since I don't know where it's gonna go, I want to keep going. And then today I just like kept feeling that feeling, but worse. I feel like I can see what the author is trying to portray, like the idolization of a person you don't know versus the reality of what that kind of person might be, and the things that you think that you need are not actually what you need, things like that. Because like she thinks that she needs to somehow get with Vlad to become a better author. Like she feels very like creative right now ever since meeting him, and she thinks that if like they get together, that her book will just like flow right out of her. Here, let's kind of scoot because now the sun's coming back. I'm glad I kind of kept going because now I'm in the last 30 minutes of the book, and let me tell you, the turn it just took, unexpected, but the only way that I could have finished this book, I think. There's just no good ending in this. And I think, in general, I'm not a big literary fiction fan. I feel like maybe that doesn't come as a surprise. I enjoy certain aspects of literary fiction, but for the most part, since like they're all such heavy topics, or they all feel, like the ones that I've read have all felt like very heavy topics that are trying to like expound upon ideas, I don't normally want that when I'm reading. I want like escapism. I don't want to be stuck in a world that I already live in. So yeah, I have mixed feelings, but that's the first book that we're gonna be trying to finish. I was gonna DNF it, but now there's like 15 minutes left since I read it on 2x speed, so I might as well. But we're gonna do that. I have a bunch of really good audiobooks that got delivered into my library recently. Well, I have a few like Greek mythology ones, but I feel like I want to do a whole vlog centered around just reading those. And since I'm not going to finish it in this vlog, I don't really want to do it. I started this video by saying I'm in like a weird place, and what I mean is I'm like in between a lot of events and projects. Like there's a couple of video ideas that I really want to do, but I'm waiting either for the books to come in or, well, mostly that actually. I'm waiting for the books to come in for both of those videos, and I got kind of stuck being like, well, what do I want to film then? And that's why we're doing this little 24-hour vlog, because I did just want to film like a chill day. But I'm in between on video ideas. I'm in between in like life events. I want to see Taylor Swift, and I thought that she was coming to Vegas in March, and then Adam and I had been talking about it last week, I think, and he was like, no, she's coming in May. And I was way less stressed about it then. I was like, oh, okay, yeah. I mean, granted, the tickets are still a lot, but like I can work that out in May. But she is coming in March. I was correct, unfortunately. Now I don't know if I want to do that or this like other trip that I was trying to plan. I probably can't do both, you know. I also just, I feel in between a lot of projects. I can't go in my book room right now either because I bought tulips for Valentine's Day without knowing that tulips are very poisonous to cats. So like literally as soon as I got them, I had to put them in the book room. Only room with windows that can be closed to the cats. And I don't like being away from my book room. Yeah, so there's all that. I just don't know what to do. I've been filming for 10 minutes and I don't even know what I've said so far. Hopefully I cut a lot of that. But anyways, so far the game plan is we're going to do my makeup. We're probably gonna go thrifting. I want to go to Goodwill and see if I can find more frames and maybe just look in the book aisle and see if a couple of those books that I've been looking for might be in there. They probably won't be, but worth a check. I also have been really in the mood to like just play video games lately, so maybe we'll do some of that. I've been playing the rest of Pokemon since I never really finished it. Pokemon Sword and Shield, if I'm not wrong. I could be wrong. And I kind of wanted to play a little bit of The Witcher, so maybe we'll do some of that. And then as far as other books go, like I said, I have a ton in my library cart, but like a lot of them I'm reading specifically for videos. So the one that I think that we can read today, which is a pretty short audiobook in general, it's only 5 hours long, is A Dowry of Blood by S.T. Gibson. I think that would be really fun to read. Welcome to the vlog. I'm gonna put you down so I can actually finish my makeup and probably finish this book. I don't know. I finished sunlight. I finished Vladimir. I'm glad I finished it because if I hadn't, I would have given it 1 star. And now that I've finished it, I'm gonna give it 2 stars. I was looking up reviews to see if other people were kind of having the same battle with themselves with this one, and I don't think they were. So either I'm missing something or they are. But either way, I don't know if I would recommend this book. That's kind of the issue. I can see why other people are. I think that if you're a lover of literary fiction, you might get something out of this book. I think that the issues that I have with it are really just the fact that, like, the imperfect characters act imperfectly. But it's also just that, like, it feels as though it's hypocritical. I don't even know how to describe it. It's not hypocritical exactly, but there's just so many ideas that our main character thinks of that she automatically also opposes. And it was really frustrating to read about because granted, I mean, I know that my opinions on things can definitely change. I definitely can see both sides of a story most of the time. But I just felt like I didn't like what this book was discussing and the way it discussed it. Because I think from the very end, it feels as though it's a discussion on not getting in the way of yourself. Basically, I think that is what we're trying to get at. But why did we have to have the backstory of her husband having affairs with students? And granted, that was legal at the time. There wasn't a known issue with it at the time, but I just felt like, why have the two conversations next to each other? Like, why have the conversation of her being, like, the opening line of this, my book's over there, but you know what? People wrote it a million times in the reviews, so here, let me tell you. When I was a child, I loved old men, and I could tell that they also loved me. That was the opening line. And it's kind of one of those like, oh, is this going to be like a Lolita situation? Whatever it is you feel about that. I think it could be the whole like internalized idea of how women should have their own agency, but also not realizing that there is a power dynamic because you were in the power dynamic, so you didn't realize it in the moment. Like, I don't know if that's the discussion. I feel like the discussion got lost. And maybe I'm missing it. Maybe I'm not smart enough for this. I didn't like it. I felt uncomfortable for 90% of the book. And maybe that's the point. But that's not what I like to go into books for. You know, I don't want to feel entirely uncomfortable the whole time. Especially for it to end in the way that it did. I didn't like it. I think that's obvious. I'm going to rate this, and then now that my makeup's done, I am gonna go, I think, thrift shopping. And I think we'll try and listen to A Dowry of Blood by S.T. Gibson. I could start any of like the Greek ones, but I do think it would be fun to do a whole vlog on like Greek mythology. I have so many things in the works in my mind right now, and it's getting frustrating. I just want to like be able to do them, you know? Okay guys, wait. I'm kind of going back and forth on this. Like I said, I'm in this really weird in-between stage where like everything that I want to do is like 2 steps removed, but I really want to do my hair soon. And in general, the ends have gotten pretty dead. I wouldn't probably have to cut this much off to make it healthy again, but I think I want to. I haven't had collarbone length hair in a really long time, and I think I like how it looks. I don't know, it just seems like easier right now than what I've been dealing with. And if I want to go completely blonde, because I think that I want to do like a bleach and tone and just do one whole session of icy blonde, and then I want to change it up, then I think it would be better to do it when it's not long. What do you think? When I was looking at myself like this, I was like, oh, she's so cute. I don't know. We're off. Today's weather is wild. Literally this morning it actually snowed near our house, but then it was all nice and sunny when I left, and now it's like stormy. I got 2 picture frames. I almost got a third that looks like a big version of the one I'm about to show you, but I think I was just gonna get it because I wanted a big picture frame, not because I actually liked it. This one I actually do like. It's like silvery, it has that gold like intricacies. I really like this one. It just kind of looks like fake like malachite or jade, something like that, you know? I really do like them together though. I went looking also through their like jeans and pants, but unfortunately they didn't have much in my size, so yeah. And then as far as like jackets and stuff go, they also actually didn't have much. Their book stuff, actually everything was really well organized. They just didn't have they just didn't have anything that I wanted. It's 5. I need to go get gas, and then I'm like parked facing the street, and there's 2 like police officer motorcycle dudes parked, and I feel like they're talking to each other, but it also feels like they're staring at me. But yeah, that's how that is. So anyways, and I also actually ended up booking a facial for today, which is fun. That'll be it for right now. Oopsie daisies. Hi. Okay, so back, and the dumbest thing just happened to me. I didn't start on a new audiobook, by the way. I actually ended up like talking to my dad on the phone on the whole way back, and the whole way there I listened to music and I forgot my headphones to listen to it all in Goodwill, so whatever. Anyways, I get disconnected from my dad and I was like, oh yeah, wait, I wanted to check the mail. So I drove down to the mailbox really fast just to see if there was anything in it, which by the way, there was. So I think we'll open up the Owlcrate today. But like parked right in front of it, and I grabbed the mail, and as I'm like backing up, I look to my left, I'm like, there's a car there, because I see the red lights of a car moving, and I realize, no, that's my car. I put it in neutral. I don't know. So lately, the way that I've been parking my car, because TikTok told me that you're supposed to first put the emergency brake on your car and then you put it into park, that way it's not so hard on your transmission. So I've been doing that because my car's getting old and I don't want it to like die on me, you know? So I always put my car into neutral and I put on the emergency brake. And I guess this time something in my brain did not go off and I didn't put the emergency brake on. And luckily there was like it was like an indented curb, so it would have just kind of hit and maybe rolled over, and luckily there was like only one other car that I saw that saw me as I'm sprinting to my car, opening up the car door as it's still rolling, like slamming it into park, which can't be good, but we're good now, guys. That was a lot of stress. But now I have a couple of hours until my appointment. So I was mentioning quickly when I was getting anxious about the police officers just staring at me, talking to myself, you know, they're like, this girl, she can't drive on her own if she's just talking to herself. But anyways, I got a membership for me and Adam at Massage Envy like 2 years ago for Valentine's Day. I thought it was just gonna be a year-long thing, and then we would like skip a couple or something, and then we'd have all these extra credits, and you have to use your credits, I think, within like 30 days or something like that after you cancel your membership. So that was like on our mind, and it's been 2 years now, and I want to get rid of my credits really bad because I want to cancel really bad. And not that it's bad or anything, I just don't need it anymore, and I don't have like tons of extra money to spend or anything like that. Today, it's like a 90-minute facial, which I think should be fun. I had been going to a massage lady that I really loved, but she ended up leaving Massage Envy. I think she moved states, so I haven't gotten a massage since, and it's been like 6 months, but I need to do something. So I think I'll just get facials until all my credits run out, and today's gonna be the first one. We need that kind of calm, collected vibe after the chaos of what I just did. But until then, I think I'm just gonna eat my jalapeno chips that I didn't eat earlier, and I'm going to maybe play the audiobook, but also definitely play some Pokemon. That's the game plan right now. I'm gonna go get my facial. I got my facial and I've accidentally already bopped myself in the head, but I'm glowy, so it's great. Die For You, like Halsey's version, is supposed to have come out, so we're gonna watch that. Oh yeah, and it's called Die For Me. Said you take a bullet, told me you would die for me. Yeah, I hope you think about me every time I touch it. Can I put on Snowdrop? Sure. Yay! Okay. Actually, this is not the best spot to film in. Hello, sunlight. How much do I have to scoot? Where do I go? Maybe if I go like right here while we're in the bad lighting situation. I'm waiting for my ramen to cool a little because it's spicy. I've been obsessed with this one. It's the Shin ramen brand. I feel like I'm late on that train. I feel like this has been known, but I finally got some and I'm obsessed. The noodles are so chewy and yummy. So anyways, I'm waiting for this to cool. As you can see, there's steam coming up, and I was gonna open up the Owlcrate box that I have, but the sunlight, even though it's hiding behind a million clouds right now, is somehow coming through the only window I don't have a blackout curtain on. I just have a regular curtain on it. So I don't know, guess not, right? Let's try this one more time. Maybe if I go like right here. That's not bad. There we go. Okay, this is, I want to say the January Owlcrate. I don't know what the book is. Wait, this couldn't be the January, we're in February. The January, I was right. So it's Courting the Fae. So let's start with the, limited edition pin collection. It looks like it's Cruel Prince inspired. I love anything Cruel Prince inspired. Oh my gosh. You don't think The Stolen Hair would be in here, right? No, because that's like a continuation. They don't put sequels in their boxes normally. But this is so cute. Oh my gosh, it opens. Look at this, Okay, right. And then Shut up. I want this to be a locket. Like, this is so cute. Jude, 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 Jude. I love this. Obviously, I've said it like 10 times. Oh, what's this? A squishy thing. Oh! This is so cool. Wait, how do I? It's a tape measure, which literally I'm always in need of a tape measure because I love to buy things online and I never know like what my proportions are. So then, you know how like every sizing company is different and it kind of shows you what their sizes are. I'm like having to go and find a tape measure. Now I have this one, and this is actually really cute. So it says, everyone in the forest waited with an indrawn breath, waiting for the taste of autumn. Oh, it's an enchantment of ravens. I feel like I figured that because of the bird on the back. I don't know if you can tell, but this is cute. I like this a lot. Oh, we got a tote. Oh, a zipper tote. Oh, wait, cool. It has compartments inside. Well, it has one ginormous pocket inside, which I consider that a compartment. Like, if I can fit a whole iPad in there, it's a compartment. Oh no, the stitching's kind of... Oh no, it's coming undone. That's okay, I have a sewing machine. I don't really know how to do that, but I have a sewing machine, I could. Ooh, so it's Duarte and Greenbrier booksellers, Isle of Innismere, Elfheim, new and secondhand antiquarian fae fiction, rare mortal literature, and more. Find a selection in the fairy realm. This is so cute. Is this all gonna be Cruel Prince inspired? Because I'm really fond of that. I like the double strap. I like that you can remove this one too. Feels good. Look at this. It is a Flora and Fae travel mug. Ooh, they made it glass.
The word I was looking for was ceramic, not glass. My bad.
I like their bamboo ones, don't get me wrong, but I love the weight of a glass travel mug. I want to see the full design. It says, fear is a seed, my love. It can grow from pain or anger, or it can grow from something else. Hope, love. My white balance is going to be really weird right now. This is really cute. I like the size too. This is good. This is a good one. Oh, it's Fortuna Sworn. What is Court of Dreams? Display board. What does that even mean? Obviously, this is a Court of Mist and Fury inspired. Death Incarnate, Night Triumphant. I'm obsessed. Look at this. So I'm assuming it's one of those like light up. Yeah, I see the LED now. So you can just put it like this. Is it one at a time or? Yeah, it's one at a time, right? Let's find out. I feel like it is because oh, I guess a really tight fit. No, it doesn't fit. Let's see. Oh, okay, yeah. So the second acrylic board has been left blank for artistic and or writing purposes. I think this is really cool. I wonder if you can use like expo markers or like those chalk markers to just like write something on it and then erase it. I just saw what the book is, but let's actually pull it out. The Buried and the Bound. I think my ramen's almost ready. I'm starving. So like I said, we have like a little bonus content card, which is cool. And then we have the book, and it's by Rachel Hassan. Look at these end papers. My goodness. Oh, you can't see. This is beautiful. Let's see the back. Ooh. It has a very dark academia aesthetic, which I've been obviously obsessed with. I feel like I can't stop talking about it. I'm so sorry it must get repetitive, but it's repetitive in my mind too, you know? So this is the reverse of the dust jacket. This is beautiful. I love it, but it does remind me of A Court of Thorns. You Were All the Magic I Ever Needed, and it looks like a tree. This book is the property of the Bridget Bishop Memorial Library. Please return to, and then I'm assuming that's the address. This is so cute. I like this. Signature page. Oh, that's really cool. They're doing the letter from the author now on the inside, like next to the signature page. Or I don't know if they're gonna keep doing that, but I do really like that idea because I keep them all because I feel like it's good to have it just in case I want to read it one day. Having it in the book actually makes it much more likely to be read. But anyways, back to the summary. As the only hedge witch in Blackthorn, Massachusetts, an uncommonly magical place, Aziza El Amin has bargained with wood nymphs, rescued palm-sized fairies from house cats, and banished flesh-eating shadows from the local park. But when a dark entity awakens in the forest outside of town, eroding the boundary between the human world and the fairyland, run-of-the-mill fae mischief turns into outright aggression, and the danger to herself and others becomes too great for Aziza to handle alone. Kind of reminds me of Shadowhunters, but like more on the fae side. Leo Merritt is no stranger to magical catastrophes. He's in love with someone he doesn't remember thanks to a curse that kicked in on his 16th birthday and ripped away the memories of his true love. A miserable year has passed since then. Desperate for answers, he makes a pact with Aziza. He'll provide much needed backup on her nightly patrols, and in exchange, she'll help him break the curse. Oh my gosh, I was just like feeling on the ground because I felt something next to my leg. They give you a marker, an erasable marker for this. We'll get back to that. But when the creature in the woods sets its sights on them, their survival depends on the aid of a mysterious young necromancer they're not certain they can trust. They'll have to work together to eradicate the new threat and take back their hometown, even as it forces them to uncover long-buried secrets and make some devastating sacrifices. I like this backstory. This seems cool. It kind of reminds me of Emily Wilde's Encyclopedia of Fairies, but like a YA version. I don't know. Let me know if you want to see me reading those side by side. I actually have that one over there. Let's see. So we also have the pamphlet, which has all the goodies inside of like the alternate cover and everything like that. And oh, I like the normal cover, but I vastly prefer the one that they ended up going with. Sorry, my white balance. Sorry. Cool. So the theme for February, which should be coming soon, is going to be magic and mischief. Love it. As we all know, I'm very mischievous. I want to write on this now. Okay, wait. What should I write? We'll write my gamer tag. If you guys didn't know, I do have a gamer tag. No, I don't play any games that would require it, but if I ever did, I have a gamer tag because I played Pokemon, and this was the name that I chose when I was a child. Do you see it? Isn't the little bee I drew cute? I don't know how to, oh, that's the best way. Cute. I like this pen. And I'm assuming it's erasable then. I don't want to erase it though. Look how good it looks. It like rubs off. I like that. Okay. Anyways, back to the topic at hand, which is my ramen. But also, I did start A Dowry of Blood on audio, and I like the audiobook, do not get me wrong, but there was already so many scenes that I wanted to like annotate that I listened to in the first 5 minutes. So instead, what I did is I picked it up physically. I'm not very far into it, but I am having a good time with it, so we'll see. I'm gonna actually keep this vlog going probably throughout today. I'm gonna eat my ramen and I think watch a little bit of Snowdrop. It's like soaked it up. Yum. That's that good stuff. Okay, I'm gonna let you go. I want to annihilate this and watch some of Snowdrop. I don't know what I want this update to be. I just have a lot on my mind. I'm about to complain a little bit. Not like, I don't know, if you don't want to hear me complain, that's totally fine. Turn it off, you know? It's so frustrating, and I feel like this could apply to anything, not just me being a creator or anything like that, but it's so frustrating to be in a place where I kind of caused this for myself because I took a pretty long break last year after my cat died, and I don't regret that break. I really don't, because in a lot of ways I think I needed the time to heal. I needed the time to just like sit and be sad and not have to focus on creating content or reading when it wasn't what I was in the headspace for. So I don't regret that break, but there's a lot about having taken a break that I do regret because it's so hard to build things back up. It's hard to find my footing again in social media, I guess, because obviously views are going to fluctuate, but also it's hard to predict the things that are actually going to do well, because so many times I'll have a really cool video idea, like one that I'm so excited about, like my annotation video. That hurt. Okay, I'm not gonna lie. I was so excited about my annotation video. I get questions near constantly about how I annotate, how to annotate, all this stuff. And I was like, okay, perfect. I'm gonna make an annotation video and an updated one. And I put some work into it. I had fun editing it. I really thought it through. I think it turned out really well. I liked the video, and it didn't do that well view-wise, which again, you can't predict it. Like I'm not mad at the algorithm for not pushing out my videos, like whatever. Is it a situation where YouTube doesn't push it out that much anymore because of like my inconsistency from the past couple of years? Or is it a situation where people really didn't want to see it? They actually thought that maybe they did, but turns out they didn't. Like, it's hard. My main rant, and this is specific, I think, to knowing your worth, I guess. Like, this could be specific to anything. If you are a creator in any form, if you make something, if you have your own business, if you have ever had to sell something that you make, then this is something that you would likely relate to. And that's knowing your worth, because I have a hard time with that. I have a hard time with the whole like negotiating with sponsorships and not underselling myself because I feel guilty. I have such a guilt, guys, about having taken so many breaks, about last year being such a huge break. I just feel like whatever I get is whatever I deserve. And like, that shouldn't be the case. Like, at the end of the day, you should be able to promote yourself without feeling like you have to defend your product, I guess. But I guess you should also be able to defend your product. And I think that that is probably the thing that I have the most trouble with. Not because I'm not proud of my channel, not because I'm not proud of what I've done here, not any of that. I am. That hesitation though. But it's more of like, I think that no matter where you are in life, at least for me personally, I've always had that thing in my mind that's gonna compare me to others. It's good in some cases. It's a great motivator in some cases where you compare yourself to others and you do better because of that. But then the flip side of it is if you compare yourself to others and you know you could do better, it's really hard to determine how good you are currently doing. You know, it's difficult to like transfer that. Like, granted, it's a great motivator. It's a great way to start posting. It's a great way to push yourself to be the best version of you that you can be. But then the flip of it is that you know you're not at your best, right? Or is that maybe just the Virgo in me? Who knows? But you know you're not at your best. And so how would you fight for yourself when you know you're not at your best? When you know you could do better? When you know you've done better? It's just frustrating. And this isn't specific to anything. I don't want anyone to like look back on my content and be like, oh my god, this sponsor must have done this or that. This is actually generally related to basically anything that I've been doing right now, channel related, channel wise. And this isn't looking for sympathy either. I'm not looking for someone to like comment and be like, Brittany, you're amazing. I love your channel. Like, know your worth. Like, whatever it is. I appreciate it, don't get me wrong, but that's not what this is for. I just kind of wanted to talk. There's a lot of things that I do share with you guys, and there's a lot that I don't, but I feel like this is one of those things that I needed to get off my chest and to just like chat with you guys about. Like, I don't know. Maybe it'll help because I know that I also get messages all the time where people ask me how I've gotten to this point, how I've grown. I get told all the time that people that are just starting content creation or maybe just watch content creation have seen my videos and think it's really impressive, and it's really hard for me to accept those kinds of compliments because I'm a huge critic of myself. I'm my worst critic, likely, and I want it to be known that even if you can see someone like that, even if I might be that person, I still don't even see myself that way, that it's still always like a battle. And it shouldn't be. Like, if you believe in what you're creating, if you believe in what you're making and you love it, it shouldn't matter. I know that. I know that views shouldn't matter. In my specific situation, I will say that it is most of my livelihood because even though I do have a part-time job, it does not pay the bills necessarily. So in that case, it starts getting a little anxiety driven. But overall, like, no one else's view of what you do should matter. I know that as a person. I know that I am doing the best that I can, and therefore I should be obsessed with it. I should be able to praise myself. I should be able to tell everyone that I know all about my channel and how cool it is. I was gonna curse, but I don't know. YouTube doesn't like cursing. I should be able to do that, and yet I still have that block that makes me just be like, no, don't follow me. No, don't look at it. No, don't do that, because I do that all the time in my personal life. And it's not because I'm not proud of it, it's just something in my head. And that sucks. I don't want that to be something that you guys deal with. I'm sure that there's plenty of you that are like me that maybe see that and can relate to this struggle, but I also want the flip of it to be true. I want for anyone that has ever been like, oh, I want to start a channel, do it. Like, there's literally nothing that can stop you. The only thing that's gonna stop you is yourself. And even in my point right now, the only thing that's stopping me from being my own biggest supporter is myself. Like, that sucks. That's such a shitty place to be in. And I don't know. I think I just wanted to get this off my chest. So maybe the universe was trying to tell me that I needed to say this in this vlog for someone that's watching this vlog. So this is your message, if that's the case. If not, then I just wanted to bare my soul to you guys. I'm sorry. But yeah, the lighting is atrocious too. I'm so, I should stop. I need to stop apologizing because y'all know that I don't want the lighting to be bad. You guys know that. I'm not sorry. I am sorry. It's a slow journey. This is coming because I was talking to Mika. Oh, my hair. She's beautiful. I was talking to Mika just in general about some, I guess, like, ideology behind asking for more and negotiating for yourself and things like that. I do think that this vlog is gonna end though. within the next couple of minutes. I want to actually place an order. I still haven't gotten Chain of Thorns, can you believe that? But I want to place an order for books. I really want to make like a shop with me, like book shopping with me kind of vlog, or maybe just like an unboxing vlog, because I do have a lot of books coming in. Vlog, not vlog, video, but I'm not totally sure. I did make some progress in A Dowry of Blood, not too much though. I'm like, I don't know, a couple of chapters in. I am really enjoying it. I love the writing style. She is extremely poetic with like the way that she's phrasing things so far, and I really love that. I can't stop underlining like lines. I can only see myself underlining more, so we'll see how that goes. But I think we did a lot. I think I don't want to leave this in a sour note, which I feel like is what I'm doing right now. So we're gonna take a minute, and then I'm actually gonna wrap up this vlog in a separate clip. Hopefully one with better lighting. Okay. Apollo's whining. He wants into the room. I just wanted to end out this vlog here, just because like there's not much else to talk about. Did make progress on A Dowry of Blood. I'm about, I think, halfway through. Yeah, I'm 59% of the way through. I'm listening to it on audio, but then going back through and annotating as I go, and I'm really enjoying it. I really like S.T. Gibson's writing, and it's fun too because I've read Dracula, so I kind of have an idea of how the storyline should go, or like what we might see in it. But this is so cool because it's like a reimagining of that. It's Constanza's point of view, which Constanza is Dracula's like first wife, from the moment that she turns to like all the other wives that they acquire and all that stuff. So it's really interesting, and it's also fascinating just like seeing the cruelty of like the male character. Like she says she refuses to call him by his name. She only calls him like my lord and stuff. He's an interesting character and very manipulative, and it's just kind of like a bummer actually to read about in some cases, but it is really cool and I am enjoying it. I can't wait to see how it goes. And besides that, there wasn't much else read this week. I did finish, oh, what did I finish? I'll post it right here. But yeah, I did that, and I played video games, and oh my gosh, I booked tickets. I'm so excited. My friend and I have been trying to plan a trip, like kind of last minute, for next month, and I didn't know if I'd be able to, but I found tickets today, so that's really exciting. Plane tickets, like reasonably priced plane tickets, which is hard, but yeah, that's really exciting. I feel like finally I am on one of the things that I was like weirdly in between on, which I feel like I talked about that for a moment earlier this week, and it like puts me in a weird headspace, and that was one of the things. So now I feel like at least more secure in that, but in all the other things I still am in the middle. Exactly, Apollo. I will no longer be in the middle of this vlog, so I'm gonna go. Thanks for watching.
We're beautiful creatures.